Okay, let us start the class. In today's class, I am going to explain the constructors. Constructor in Java. Topic is what? Constructor in Java. How to write the constructor? Okay. Suppose this is your main class. In the main class, suppose if I have an attribute, that is what attribute class variable is called class variable, because sometimes it is called as attribute, class attribute, or field also. This is why it is called class variable, declared in your class under this class app. Okay, so I have not assigned any value, so then its default value is equal to 0. So who will initialize this x? The constructor will do. Constructor will assign the value for this 0. If some string data is here, a string type of data name, so I have declared, but I have not passed any value, string type of data, to this name variable. So its default value is null. So initial value. Who will initialize these variables? That is the role of the constructor. So let us see how can I access this. Okay. So first of all, you take a system printout statement. Within this printout, you pass the value string value of x. Okay. Then you close this, terminate this one, then after semicolon. Okay. Now value of x, you need to pass x value here. You need to pass x. Then whether this x value 0, default value, as I told you, that will be displayed? No. Why? Because we need to create the because this is what, this x is class variable. So either this x, this variable x can be accessed by creating the object, otherwise you can call it with the class name. Okay. Class name, how can we call it as a class name? What is our class name? app.x. Okay, but it is giving error. Cannot make static reference to the non-static field. Non-static field is what? X is public field. X is non-static. So it is to be accessed by only creating the object. So you come down here, you create the object for this class. So app, okay, then any object name, simply obj is equal to new app. This is the syntax. Here we need to pass the brackets. Means what? Now this is our constructor method. This is constructor method. Constructor method. This constructor method for whom? For the object obj. Obj is the object of this class app. Okay. So normally whenever your class name is, your file name is constructor.java, so you need to change this app also as a constructor with the name of constructor. Okay. So this is the class name, your file name is constructor.java. Then the object created for the constructor. Okay, same here, the constructor. Okay, now this is the method constructor, default constructor method for this object. Once object is created, along with constructor, special method will be created. What is the role of this constructor? It will assign the default initial values for the attributes of the class. As I told you that the default value for this variable is equal to 0. So let us see what will be the value. We will call this as a reference, as an object, okay, obj. So now the value will be, you will expect the answer will be 0. So let us compile this one. Okay, see, value of x is equal to 0. So I have not assigned any value here, x is equal to nothing. So why 0? Who has assigned this default value? By this constructor. It's a constructor method. Suppose if I want to get the default value of that string, paste. So object dot, you need to pass that string name. String name is equal to name, because string name, this name is a variable, it holds the string type of data, but I have not passed any value to here. That's why it will assign the default value for this name. Now compile this one, you will get the null value. This null value is the default value of this name variable, string variable. So who has assigned this null? By your constructor. Okay, after that, once you want to change, suppose if it is initially initialized to 0, now if you want to update this value, you pass the value here 9. So that 9, 8, that will be updated by the, why constructor main Java line unsolved resolution. Okay, because two values we have passed this here, one is this constructor, then after you need to pass the string value. String is what? String is Vasu. Okay, string is Vasu. So always string type of data must be kept in double quotation marks in Java. Okay, but it is giving error. Why? Because try to understand that first. Let me